Hi, welcome to Talk Tarot. This is your lunar monthly forecast running from the 29th of May to the 28th of June. We kick off this lunar month with a full moon in Sagittarius and the sun in Gemini. Now, themes that we may deal with round about a Sagittarius full moon would be freedom, activity, adventure, space, and avoidance of conflict. Now, with the moon in Sagittarius and the sun in Gemini, themes that may come up could be freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Obviously, with the fire and air energy, you could even be seeing the rise of freedom fighter types, activism. I kind of see a rally against censorship. There could also be the reverse, wherein a law or regulation is imposed on people to limit the free speech in the hopes of avoiding confrontation between different factors of the public. When it comes to freedom, I want you to think positively, how you can use these energies positively. Free yourself from any toxic thoughts, free yourself from any toxic habits, toxic environments or relationships. The Sagittarian energy combined with Gemini adds a lovely little kick of energy which should help to get you motivated and get you up and about to be able to pull off any cutting of restrictions that you require. Action and adventure, well, it is June, so you could see obviously people going on holiday, taking short breaks, etc, etc. That's nothing surprising. When it comes to space, declutter your physical space, your mental space, your emotional space. Get that junk out in the curb, get it kicked to the side, and let's start again. This full moon is known as a flower moon. Now, the flower moon is associated with sowing and planting. Normally a full moon is associated with endings, but this energy is associated with what you plant now would be ready for harvest at the harvest moon period of September the 24th, 25th. Now, with fire and air being together, if you think about the action of air on fire, you can use air to extinguish a flame, blow out a candle, but you can also use air to fan the flames. And I would be very careful which flames that you choose to fan, as these may come back to burn you in the backside round about the harvest new moon. I would like to remind you, these are general readings. There's no way that a general reading can apply to each and every member of each and every sign. These deal with how the prevalent energies interact with the pure sign energy of, say, Gemini or Sagittarius. You yourself are a rare blend of the 12 houses containing 360 degrees, 36 decans, 8 planets and various asteroids. If you don't find that your sun sign reading is resonating with you, you may benefit from checking your lunar sign or checking your ascendant sign. With all that said, let's get right down to it and talk tarot. Hey Libra, take 4 on your reading. I hope you're all doing wonderfully well, my lovely little Libras. This is your full moon reading. Here we have what's ending this full moon, what challenge that brings, what opportunity, and the advice from Spirit. It generally is a 4-card reading, however, during your reading 2 came out for the ending, and these 4 came out and fell under the chair, which feels as if it's something that's being concealed or going on in secret, and I felt it was pertinent to the reading. So Libra, what's ending for you this full moon cycle? A relationship with a fire sign. Now, in some cases, not all, there has been an ultimatum issued prior to this ending. Whether it was you that was issuing the ultimatum or the fire sign, which it looks more like it was. The ultimatum was to be doing with overindulgence, to stop the overindulgence or the relationship was over. This person did strongly care about you, they were very passionately in your corner. However, there may have been an issue with drink driving. There's definitely something that's affected the work. Now, that I don't know whether this is your partner or whether it's you yourself. However, what I'm glad to report is that I do see here that you recognise the issue that you are working on getting it healed, and with the Empress we can see that between that and your Hermit card, that will happen. Currently your biggest challenge, if you're in a situation of addiction, is learning a new way to live without your crutch. It's learning a new way to be in the physical world, where I do have the Page of Pentacles there, so we're talking about new and physical together. It's just a new way of being, a new way of dealing, a new way of coping. For other Libras, the ending of the fire relationship, the relationship with the fire sign, is something you've been seeing coming for months, mainly because you have been wishing for it, manifesting it, praying it. And one would ask, Libra, why you allowed yourself to be hurt rather than hurt the other person. Often, with your people-pleasing nature, you will avoid confrontation, and certainly that will be a lesson for you during this Sagittarius moon period. How badly the avoidance of confrontation affects you. Again, we do see a new way of being in the physical world. We see an introspective phase as being your challenge. This is your self-reflection. If someone was mistreating you, or a relationship was making you so miserable that you were wishing for it to end, don't you think it would have been wiser to take the road and burn that bridge, rather than just wishing and praying? For others of my Libra fellows, I see the end of a career. It's been a long-term career. Actually, scratch that. I see the end of a job. A long-term job that hasn't delivered what you had hoped it would. In terms of workload, it was extremely intense work, high workload, little pay, and you're striking out and doing something on your own. What I will say, in the spirit, we see that he has passion and he has a gold coin. This is your Two of Rods card. This is making decisions. Take your skills from the past, combine it with your hobbies, because you're onto something here. There's a way for you to turn your hobbies into gold, or your passions rather than your hobbies. And that certainly could be the card of the entrepreneur and the challenges that entrepreneurship would bring. For example, hard work, a lot of hard work. The Nine of Cups, you'd have to watch out for when you do get breaks for being overindulgent. There is though progress with the Chariot and abundance with the Empress. So if you think of striking out on your own, if you think of turning a hobby into a career, use your inner wisdom, use your inner light to guide you. Normally the most practical way to go about that is perhaps to start off part-time. You would be talking about, again, a reduction in your available money, your discretionary income, for a period until you have established yourself. Good news being that if you do this during this period, we are in the flower moon, which is sowing and planting, but things like that you sow and plant just now will start coming to harvest and fruition by as soon as September the 24th, 25th, and all throughout that harvest period. So it may be the ideal time for you to get a crack on that. So for some, I'm seeing dealing with father issues. Do you know this? I think this is the third time this has come up. I'm seeing you dealing with father issues, or at least authoritative issues that have been long standing. It's you are clearing those issues, you are coming to terms with them, and again finding a new way to be. A lot of your month Libra is taken up with self-reflection. You're looking back at how your life is manifested with the reverse view of the Magician card. You're looking back what you've manifested, what you've done to manifest the situations in your life. You're reviewing whether you're happy with it or not. Has it brung the promise it would have? And I would say with the Page of Coins, that would be a no. You're going within, you're listening to your spiritual wisdom, you're listening to your guides, You are taking advice and you're sending out feelers here with this bird's looking for a smoother, more conducive path to ease and luxury. Definitely with the Empress actually lining up with that. There's definitely a feeling of work smarter, not harder there with your manifestations and how you're expressing and manifesting yourself in life. Let's see, with our challenge and the learning a new way to be, let's get a wee clarifier on that. I have to say, it does look like a lot of Librans will be focusing on self-love rather than the love of other. Learning to love yourself. Perhaps learning to put yourself first, Libra, that'd be a really good lesson for some of you. Do you see self-sacrifice being a bit of a theme there? Let's see. So, work, health and spirituality seem very, very important at the moment. Clarify the Page of Wands as a challenge, the Page of Pentacles, sorry, as a challenge. Let's see. Poor guy. As I said, about learning about a new way to be, this poor fella is bandaged, he's leaning on one of his wands as a crutch, he's erected. Further, I'm going to say crutches for a reason here, crutches as a defence. And what we see is this white figure symbolising purity, emerging from the dark. Now, is she offering to take him further into the dark, or is she offering to bring him back to life? Definitely there's a feeling of Persephone emerging from the underworld, isn't there? We see, is that a skull? No, it's nothing, I'm seeing things. I just think it feels as if the cards are repeating what I said earlier, especially to those of you who have been codependent or addicted and are now working on it. It's this learning for a new way to be in the world and to express yourself. And I know it's hard work, I know that it's difficult, but you can definitely do it. You've erected certain defences that have helped you to keep your addiction or codependency secret, maybe even from yourself to an extent, for a long time. And that figure does seem to be suggesting, I mean, she's coming out of the darkness and she's giving him an offer. Maybe watch out for temptations from the past there. Oh, lovely. And the King of Pentacles, sorry. My first deck 25 years ago referred to the Pentacles as coins, and I have had a habit ever since of calling them coins rather than Pentacles. Regardless, what do we see here? This is a man who has mastered the physical. This is the King of Pentacles, surrounded by abundance and growth. Healing is almost a certainty. It might be a long road, but you will get there. You will master your physical self. You will grow in wisdom and abundance. Again, he's looking rather nice with the Empress card there. All normally surrounded by a cornucopia, but not so in this deck. You can see this is a cornucopia almost at his feet. You can see watermelon, apples, pears, pomegranate, I believe. Like the Divine Goddess, that's strange. Doesn't need much to keep him satisfied. He's satisfied with what he has, and maybe that's where you're going to reach this month, to be satisfied with what you have and overcome those darker desires. Okay, can I have a clarifier for the Hermit for the inner wisdom, please? What opportunity does this period of reflection, this period of introspection and in some ways scoping the future by the look of it, offer for my Libran friends. What are they going to be scoping out and discovering? What we're getting offered here, please, Spirit. Oops. Rebirth. Oh, and the Nine of Pentacles. Great. Talk about work earlier, guys. We're talking about someone wanting to be an entrepreneur or striking out on their own. There's loads of abundance cards in this, and the Nine of Pentacles. Just so beautiful. The balance of progress. I see the balance of the abundance of making progress in balance with nature, as opposed to just taking from nature. You can see the Dove of Peace there landing on her. Does look like you're going to go into a really fruitful period. Whatever recovery that you're undergoing, whether that's a recovery from codependency, from self-depreciation, from self-denial, maybe in defence of addiction, trying not to become addicted or that involved in the physical. You're going to recover it, restore your balance, and you have a wonderful, you've been recalled to life for a start. I always think judgment's a second chance because it boils down to 2. The 20 in numerology reduces down to 2, giving you a second chance, a choice. I love that freedom. All I can see is this healing from this addiction. I can't get it out of my head. It's amazing. There may be a Libra turning her or his back on a fire sign in favour of a water sign, most likely Cancerian. That would be a second chance relationship. You're maybe giving up what you have, sacrificing what you have with someone to go back to a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio, most likely Cancer. Careful of opening old wounds for both of these there. And 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Rods would suggest that old passions should stay where they are. They should be used as a foundation for building new, but not revisited if possible. Oh, sorry, is it? Nice twist of fate coming for you as well. And an offer from the 3 of Wands. We started out at the beginning of this reading by looking to the past and reviewing what you're manifesting. At the end of this reading we have, can you see that? The 3 of Wands, and look what he's doing. See that wonderful balance of the blue and gold, that spinning orb. He's manifesting his future. You see that abundance behind him, he's manifesting that in front of him to ultimately be surrounded by the abundance, like like the King of Pentacles. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much in your reading. Are you not expressing your desires? Are you not expressing what you want? Or, as usual, is Libra not sticking up for herself and speaking up? I mean, if you've got Mars in your chart normally, you can be quite fiery, you can be assertive. You can be assertive without being aggressive. But it feels as if there's something stuck in my craw. There's a balance of fate here. Again, there's a wheel and a... Do take care of your automobiles this month, please. Watch out when you're travelling by automobile. If anything needs serviced, get it serviced. If you're drinking, please do not drive. For your own good and the good of others. All in all, Libra, this is actually a rather hopeful reading. It's offering rebirth, regrowth, renewal. It's offering reflection. There's very much a feeling of a second chance in this reading. It might come from a narrow escape. Even though I don't have the Tower card here, there is a certain feeling in my body that I'm familiar with. Be careful. I love that 8 of Pentacles for you, because if you notice on this side the Pentacles are of an energetic nature, they're not of a spiritual nature. On the side that we normally see, it's physical Pentacles he's working on. This is him increasing his spiritual or energetic worth, if you like. And certainly that's what you can do by kicking the self-depreciation and the people pleasing, etc, etc. And give me some good news for Libra about love, please, before I go. Oh goodness. As I suggested with that Cancer card, he might be coming in to make an offer to you, but it's this side that's showing, which shows that the offer's temporary. It will go very quickly, and so will he or she. Not quite the good news I was looking for, Libra, but they seem quite determined to keep me on the work on your spirit, work on your employment, work on your passions and hobbies especially. I see art, I see an unusual style of art. It doesn't feel like paintbrushes. There's a strange style of art which will help you maximise your self-expression, and it's one that at least one of you is familiar with, because I'm picking up that could be a very viable sort of cottage industry hobby sideline for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next month. Bye.